Hello, my name is Matt Harris, and I'll be talking about how I made my self-identity project. So how I started was to figure out a sort of idea or theme to base my main final product on, and I figured water most reflected me because of its nature, how calm and flowing it is. And so what I did was look up various helmets, and here are two that I really tried to base mine off of, more so this bottom one right there. And you can kind of see maybe that it's a little bit echoed in the final product. And so I also wanted to incorporate Poseidon because he's often associated with the sea, as he is the god of the sea in Greek mythology. And I wanted to really show the changing emotions, which I'll discuss more later. So for Poseidon, he is, in Greek mythology, he's shown to be pretty calm and normal, collected in his off time or when he's not really angry. But when he does get angry, he's like the sea, and he does show a lot of wrath and destruction, similar to like storms or hurricanes that you see in news or in the weather. And so I wanted to show this in my final project. So on the way to the final, I had to make a rough draft, sort of, and with the help of Dr. Miller, actually, she helped me see that my rough is actually a good start to making a final. So she persuaded me to sort of build off of it, and after thinking about it a little bit, I actually agreed with her, because along with the sort of flowing shape I tried to put in the rough, I also found that the open spaces sort of helped also explain a little bit about me, in that I am pretty open-minded to different ideas. I don't shy away from other people's point of views and sort of try to see why other people are feeling a certain way. And so I like the open space, and as I said before, I wanted to incorporate more like flowing features similar to my rough sketches before. And you can see this kind of in the tail and in the bill of the hat. And so as I kept going, I had to paper mache it to make it smoother and more structurally sound. So I used magazines for the base to sort of make it more sound, and then used newspaper for the top layer so that I could paint over it very easily. So in the final product, you may notice that I used the color blue, which is obviously the color of water, but I wanted to use value scaling or color scaling to sort of show the dual personality of water, which is, in a lot of ways, I feel like it's similar to me. I try to use the light blue colors to sort of show the calm and tranquil and collected side, which I feel like I am more in my private life. And then I try to use the darker colors to show the more destructive, angered parts of the ocean, which I feel like I can be when I'm doing things like sports, like I was in high school when I did more violent sports, I guess, like wrestling and football. So I also incorporated waves on the sides and on the front. You may see it like right here. So for the sides, I used a darker color for the waves, not only just so that you can see it better in contrast, but so that it really symbolizes the destructive waves that can happen from the ocean. Then I used lighter waves right here to symbolize more of the waves that are more calm when you're on like the shore that you play in, and they're more calm and collected. So then also I put the Trident of Poseidon to sort of represent him in my final project, since he is the god of the sea, and he does share a lot of personality of the sea. So I wanted to really show him, and this is his symbol. And here are my references.